Hello boys, how are you all doing? Today your boy is going to be teaching you who the best strikers are in La Liga. To be honest, La Liga is quite limited with strikers, so we're going to be looking at other positions like right wing and left wing to tell you what strikers to have for your team. Now, I expect you after watching this video to actually have an understanding about who the best strikers are in La Liga and who you should be buying next. First, I want to ask you, who is your current striker for your team? Second, don't forget to follow because we're going to make it to 100k by the end of the year. If you don't follow now, you're going to follow later. Anyways, my guys, so you better follow now. Let's look at the full list because mainly this is like making sure that you have like a good weekend league team. So, Benzema, I would go as far as to say, if you get Benzema, you are either French, or you are a Madrid fan, or you love Benzema, like you wake up and you think about Benzema when you wake up, because in reality this card every year has been absolutely trash. That agility and balance never ever like translates properly in game, especially for a card of his height. But it's like Lucho Suarez. I mean, look, I'll always say this: if you're really good at the game, a card like this won't have an issue on you, You'll be able to use a card with 81 pace, you'll be able to enjoy him. But if you're bad at the game, if you are average, I would say not bad, more than likely you need a really pacey striker to get him behind. Because with a really pacey striker to get him behind, you can just do a through ball and he will run it. In this case, with 81 pace, he won't be able to run every single through ball. So I would personally stay away from a card like Lucho Suarez. His informs, more than likely he will get two or more informs this year. So at some point he will be usable when he has like 77 pace. But for him to get there, it's gonna take a while. Now, I've heard great things and bad things about Griezmann this year. Every year 3 street fit ain't the best in the world, but in all honesty, this year 3 street fit is becoming less and less, a little bit less relevant, at least in front of goal, because finishing is quite consistent. The thing is, when you are not facing the goal and you have a player that has 3, 4, and not 5-star read fit, your opponent knows where you're gonna go 100%. That's when you are not facing goal. They know you're gonna go for your left foot, but when you're in front of the keeper, you can score as many times as you want. So I'll go as far as to say, if you want Griezmann, get Griezmann. If you don't mind the 3-star foot, get Griezmann. I do feel like 86k is a hefty price. I'll show you an alternative to him after I finish reviewing this full list. It's not like it's a list, like there is not even enough players to call it a list, but I'll show you an alternative. Lucho Suarez, yet again, someone I'll stay away from. I think ASPAS is a card that's absolutely underrated. Like, people don't realize how good this card would actually be. He has 34, the opposite to Griezmann. I'll go as far as to argue that I think you will find more value on ASPAS than you will find on Griezmann. You can apply Hunter on him. He has 82 base. With Hunter, he gets 92 up front with 96 sprint speed and insane finishing. The shot power ain't the best, but with that finishing, I have full faith he's gonna be great. Yeah, he doesn't jump like Griezmann. He doesn't hit the ball like Griezmann. Sadly, he only has 69 stamina. But he is similar to Ben Yedder in the case of Ben Yedder has high work rates and 68 stamina. If people can pay 100k for Ben Yedder, you can surely pay 3.8k for ASPAS and at least give him a chance. The balance is 72, but the agility, dribbling and everything is cool. His height is cool. With this positioning, he should be able to put himself in dangerous areas of the pitch. Oftentimes, you'll oftentimes find in this FIFA that players with good positioning will find themselves, like the AI will put them in really dangerous places where they are alone. So I'll 100% recommend giving him a chance. I think GERARD Moreno is a no-no again this year. Morata is not even in the game. Angel is one of those cards that will get one inform and then he'll not get another one. But if he gets another one, I feel like he could become an interesting card because of that shooting at like 80 pace, and if you give him a bit better dribbling, like 83 dribbling, again he'll be 84 and he only has 61 stamina. Yeah, stay away. He's 33. You can get something better. INAKI, these are the main two guys. I would say for most people that are watching, these are the main two guys. It's either do I get INAKI Williams or do I get JOAO FELIX? The reality is INAKI Williams is a wow. INAKI Williams is like an Adama Traore that cannot dribble. The thing I don't like about him He's a 2-star weak foot. Again, that makes him predictable, but at the same time, he has low, really low balance, which is really bad for a player of his height, with his strength and with his pace, you know? I mean, it's gonna be good running in a straight line, but as soon as you have to cut inside or do something else, you're gonna have a really freaking hard time with him. Maybe if you play him as a winger, he could be absolutely cracked with like engine. Just put him on the wing and make him run everything as much as you want, and then use a winger as a striker that I'm gonna show you now. You can do that. I feel like 15k is a hefty price still, but you can 100% do that with engine. He should be good on the wing, like strong. This would be like a, you know, the people's Adama Traore, I would say. Could work. It could work. But I'll counter argue that Joao Felix, on the wing, I didn't like him that much. I didn't feel like his dribbling was as responsive as I wanted him to be, and the 91 pace is not enough. I'll go as far as to argue, but with engine you can play him camp, you know, good stuff. And then if you apply Hawk, you can if you play Hunter, you can play him striker with 91 pace. I liked it. I did feel like he could have more dribbling, but it's because of the other players that I will show you that can play striker, that play wing on the wing and will be more responsive than him. Now, Paquito Alcácer is one that I actually got really hyped about. I should have used him with Hunter. That would have made him a better card. I didn't use him with Hunter, and I used him with something else. This is like on the same case as Iago Aspas. This is a card that in reality should be quite good. He has low stamina, but overall stats are quite decent. So that's another one that in the future you'll give a chance if you're feeling like it. I think Morales is another one that can play on the wing. I tried Munir and I loved them. I think Avila with 5 weak foot is quite good. I think this is it from this list. I think there is no one else from here, so we're gonna go to the wingers. And to make it simple, Morales is cracked. I especially like him on the wing with 91 pace. You put engine on, you play him on the wing, because I feel like, you know, putting him with Hawk up front, 800 coins, maybe he'll be 2k with these stats for a starter team. Insane stuff. But there are some people that will argue, yo, what about Avila? With Hunter, he looks absolutely cracked. The thing is, I don't like his dribbling, but he has a 5-star weak foot. So if you are into 5-star weak foots and stuff like that, I think this card with Hunter will be an absolutely lovely card to try. And then Gamero is another one that, I mean, I'm never being the biggest fan of, but you can use him with finisher, you know, 86 pace at this stage of the game ain't the worst, especially if you are in lower divisions. Now, on the wing, I use Porto up front. I used this guy up front, but for some reason he didn't seem to work out for me. Like, I put finisher on and you look at him, you're like, yo, this card's cracked. But I don't know, I think it might be the composure. He never performed for me. I do think he's a great winger, but as a striker, he never performed for me. I want to bring that awareness because I'm going to show you some cards that I know will perform. The other one was, where are you? Where is... 84, 82, there we go, Correa. I thought he was 84. Yo, Correa. The thing with Correa was I didn't really try him with Hunter, but when I tried him, the 4-4 was quite good. I did feel like he was never on the pitch, but I was using him with basic boys, you know? So there is not much I can say if I didn't actually apply Hunter for the extra pace. I think this card as a striker in paper should be one of the best in La Liga. You know, when I told you use an INAKI on the wing and then use Correa up front, this guy up front should be the absolute best budget striker in La Liga, period. This guy should be better than Joao Felix in paper. That's something that you have to try on your own and let me know if it works or if it doesn't work. But I feel like 94 pace with this shooting should be absolutely broken. And apart from that, you can use now, there is not much other player that I think you could potentially give a chance as a striker in this thingy. Like, come on, no one is gonna give Messi a chance as a striker, right? Now, on the left, there is what I will argue is the actual best striker in La Liga, and that is Dembele. I actually used Dembele as a striker, and if I'm honest with you, he gave me things I wanted more. Like, the thing is, at least from my perspective, from what I come from, I used to use Summer Heat Dembele, so I'm used to that Dembele that can shoot from anywhere and score. And with this one, what I found is that he missed a lot of easy chances. At least in my case, he was shooting some balls, and I was like, dude, that is literally a pussy shot. You know, that shot was really poor. But in reality, like, if you look at the stats, I didn't give him enough chances because I'm not patient enough. But I think, and from what I have seen from a lot of people, this is unarguably the best striker in La Liga for anyone that is looking for a striker. 5'5", insane dribbling, insane shooting, insane pace. He can pass if you want him to. The stamina is low, but on the striker position it shouldn't matter. Now, I'll say I used him right now. I'm using him as a cam, 7 cam with Deadeye, and I'm finding him really nice. I'm really enjoying him as a cam. I know 68 stamina again is not the best, but I don't use him to defend, so it's okay. Carrasco is another one that could 100% do the job up front if you apply like Hawk on him, bro. Like seriously, this player with that pace, I mean, finishing will be a bit low, so you could add like finisher on him, and honestly, like the things I've heard about Carrasco are insane. Then apart from that, I think I wouldn't give anyone else other than them a chance, because like Gonzalo Guedes, I would leave him on the wing. Hazard is one that maybe, bro, like he's dribbling, and overall as a card he looks absolutely cracked. 100k, he's insane, so you can maybe give Hazardinho a chance. But yeah, I wanted to show you my team as well at the end. This is what I'm currently rocking. I use Dembele cam, Ben Yedder striker, and these are my 2 midfielders, so that you see that I actually apply what I preach. I told you when he was centre back, I told you Berchiche is cracked. I have Berchiche, Ramos, I have him on tradable, so I use him, and Renato is one of the best CDMs in the game. So yeah, love you all, see you all, goodbye.